Hi guys, in this video I'll show you how to remove Linux completely from your system. Also the grab bootloader that comes by default with Linux, I'll show you how to remove that too. But if you have already uninstalled Linux from your system and now you're having any issue in restarting the Windows, then I have got you covered. In this video I'll show you how to fix that also. So let's see. Basically this is the multi-boot menu. You can see Zorin OS. This is the Linux that I have installed and this is a beautiful Linux. Now let us go to Windows. Now we need to find the partition where Linux is installed. This 931 GB, this is my hard disk, and I have installed the Linux inside 100 GB free partition. So you can see there is no name. By this you can find the partition. If you are not still confident, restart your computer. Go to that Linux. Now type terminal. Type sudo space fdisk space -l. Enter the password. Now, if you are using Ubuntu, you will find a Ubuntu disk partition over here, but there is nothing such. So I'll type df for space /, and now you can see this is inside the root folder, and you can easily see the location /dev /hdb3. This is the location or directory. And now if I go here, you can see the file size, sorry, the partition size is 100 GB. So now we are confident that 100 GB partition, that was the partition where Linux is installed. Anyway, now go to Windows, type partition, and now right click and delete this partition volume. Okay, now click on the previous volume and then click on extend, next, and finish. And now this is extended. We have successfully deleted the partition. Let us type cmd and right click on command prompt to run as administrator. Now here type bcd edit space /enum space firmware. Okay, now you can see simx64 and grab x64. There are two different EFI for Ubuntu. Now first copy the identifier for simx64.efi and then type here bcd edit space /delete space, then Ctrl+V and then hit enter. Okay, now type disk part, then type list disk to list the disks that are available on your system, like this 931 GB, this is my hard disk, and the 238 GB, this is my SSD. So in my hard disk the Linux is present, so I'll type select disk 1. Now disk 1 is selected, type list volume, and it will now list all the volumes available. Now from here you have to find the system volume. This is a FAT32 partition and 100 MB in size. Now this is located in volume 4, so I'll type select volume 4. And now let us assign a drive letter. Type assign, then in capital letter equals Z. But it says the specified drive letter is not free to be assigned. This is because I have already a Z drive. So now assign the letter Y. Okay, this is safer. Now you can see this part has successfully assigned the drive letter. Now let us type Y. Sorry, first we need to exit from the disk part. Type exit, and now we are under system 32. Now let's go to Y drive. Okay, we are inside the Y drive. Now type dir for listing the directory. You can see there is one directory under EFI. So type cd space EFI to navigate to EFI folder. Okay, we are under EFI folder. Let us type dir. Here are all the directory. You can now see the Ubuntu is present over here. So let us go inside the Ubuntu. Type cd, then Ubuntu. Okay, and now let's list the directory dir for listing the directory. Can you see the graph.cfg file? Now let's type space, then graph.cfg, hit enter. Now go back, cd space double dot to go back inside EFI folder. Now type dir for listing the directories. Now type rmdir space /s space Ubuntu and hit Y for yes, and now it has successfully deleted Ubuntu. Then you can see it has successfully deleted Ubuntu. Now restart the computer. Now you are inside Windows default bootloader. So if you are facing any problem while loading, don't worry. Just make sure when you turn on your PC, please make sure you press the boot key repeatedly to go to the boot section. Then go to fast boot option and make sure you select Windows Boot Manager in the fast boot option. Then press F10 on your keyboard and then hit enter. It will save the new configuration, and now you can see it will successfully boot into the Windows Boot Manager. Anyway, this was the complete video. Thank you for watching the video till the end. See you in the next video. Till then, stay safe.